Mission Pro Wrestling, the symbol of excellence in women's sports entertainment.
Good evening, Mission Pro fam. This is Mission Pro Spotlight. I am Mind Runner, and with me tonight in the co-pilot seat is Dora. How you doing, Dora?
I'm good. Had a long day of working today, but I'm good other than that. I'm excited about today. So
super excited because we are bringing the ladies of Lip Gloss and Ladders. They are going to be joining us to talk about what a tremendous week of women's wrestling, and then they're going to be taking on each other and Dora in Theme Song Turmoil. But without further ado, let's meet the ladies of Lip Gloss and Ladder. And here they are, the ladies of Lip Gloss and Ladders. We've got the Genius Ree, we've got KB, and Ash Benny. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Good.
Hello.
Awesome. Genius. So good to see all of you here. Thank you all for joining us here. We are super excited. Genius, how are you feeling about theme songs in wrestling?
I'm a little nervous, especially with these current crop of theme songs.
Yeah.
I don't know who's coming out until I see the name on the screen.
Yeah, them the trouble themes.
Right, same.
How about you, KB? Same thing. You gotta wait for the little ticker. Ash, same thing.
Yeah, I did a little refresher, so I'm hoping. I shouldn't even have said that if I do bad.
No, that's fine. No pressure now. No pressure. We're not now, Dora. We have a rule, the Dora rule. You're not allowed to use Shazam.
I'm going to use it. I told you I'm going to hope the comment section is in my favor this week.
Yeah, so. Exactly. All right. You got Courtney in the chat saying hi, Ash, KB. Hi, Ree, everybody. There's Gabby in the chat. Gabby! Now, I understand Gabby is still in mourning over her Ravens. And also a moment of silence for the Lions as well. You know, we gotta have a moment of silence. But this is not a football podcast. This is a wrestling podcast. And we've got a lot of wrestling news to go over. However, before we get into all the incredible women's wrestling news, we got to get to know these ladies. And what a better way than to do our segment that's totally not a ripoff of Sean Evans from Hot Ones. Not at all. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get to Insta Insanity.
Welcome! It's Insta Insanity.
All right, here we go. Tasteful images from your Instagram. I'm going to rotate you all through here, depending, because usually it's just one guest that's in the spotlight, but since I've got three fabulous guests, we're going to rotate you through the spotlight here. So let's talk about these two images here. Are they related, actually? I mean, because both of you seem like you're partying and then you're ready to burn it down.
It's so funny. It's so fitting that I'm literally wearing the same headscarf. But I went to Chicago for Survivor Series on my birthday, and I went to SmackDown, and I got to meet Seth Rollins. So that was the highlight. Best birthday ever. And he told me happy birthday because we're BFFs. We were best friends.
You actually are the godmother of their kid with Bex, right?
You know, like Drew, we love Bluey. You know, like
big time Bex, not Goggles futuristic.
You don't like to brag, it's okay.
Right?
like to brag, you know, but I feel like we made a real friendship connection there.
What is the best wine pairing with SmackDown or Raw, or is there a difference?
Ooh, definitely a Cabernet. I'm a red wine girly at night.
Got it, Cabernet. Very good. Very good. You hear that, everybody? All you wine snobs out there, you got to listen to a real wine connoisseur.
Sommelier, if you will.
Exactly.
Real sommelier.
All right, I'm gonna put KB on this one. These are some awesome. Of course, this is on the left. That looks like such an awesome moment, and then on the right looks like Halloween. Who had the best Halloween costume here?
I love the Mankind. I love
me too.
Yeah.
I love Nikki too.
It's goated.
I love Nikki too. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, how was it meeting Mommy?
Oh my God. I wish somebody would recorded me and Reese afterwards because we was on the flow, like literally standing out after that whole interaction. I was not expecting her to pick us up.
I love the look on all y'all's faces. Like you have this like shock on your face. And
I was.
She up like a toddler. She just like, okay. And she's like, now you? I was like, okay.
She just picked me up like this. That's all.
And you know, again, today it's so silly because you know the trolls on the internet. Somebody was saying how I wish Rhea Ripley stayed blonde like she was. I'm like, are you kidding me? She's got such a tremendous look, and she's so awesome the way she is, and I think it's fantastic. So yeah, haters, knock it off.
As long as she herself, that's all.
Right.
Exactly.
She's happy.
Right.
She is.
She told me she was because you know we're married. So
does Buddy know about this? Is Buddy in on this whole deal? Yeah, but Buddy doesn't know. Won't hurt him. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead. Ash, I do have some photos for you, but I want to bring Ree back on for this one. And then I've got a whole page of Ash photos here. We'll bring you on for that. No, like I said, tasteful. I said, you know, this is a family show. So Ash, don't worry. Well, one. All right, now go ahead. So Ree, this again, continuing the entourage of meetups. The one in the middle just seemed. Are you guys doing the DX on Billy?
Yes. That is unfortunately cut off.
He looks a little concerned rather than. But X-Pac looks with it though. X-Pac looks with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Billy was like, let's take a regular picture after this.
Well, obviously the one that's worth putting up though was the DX one. What about meeting Jacqueline?
Oh, that was amazing. And she complimented KB's style and said that she was good at fashion. She was absolutely a pleasure to meet. True legend.
That's sweetheart.
That's so awesome. All right. I think we've got. I'll go ahead and I got to put KB on this one. All right. All of these, just take us through each picture and how and your thoughts and feelings and you know, being part of I guess at the time Sasha and Naomi. Which faction? And I want to hear from Ash and Ree on this one. Which faction do you think is the best faction out of all these photos? But I'm going to start with KB taking us through.
Ooh, I feel like me personally, I'm baddies for life. So
okay. Baddies for life, with or without Jade Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's baddies. Or you would replace Jade when she.
See, Jade was a leader. I'm just like the supporter.
Okay,
I have history because I was in the baddie section.
Yeah. Oh, so really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was in the baddie section when she came to Detroit. So that's with like my history with the baddies.
So you are official. You're officially part of the baddies. Even though looks like Trish and Lita would bring you in as a third Charlie's Angels, right? Ash, what do you think? Which one do you think is the baddest faction here? Which one do you think would be the biggest fan pop?
Oh, I mean, I know the room that I would probably be the most starstruck over, which would definitely be the Mercedes and Naomi room.
Yeah,
I definitely would be like.
I mean, that photo, it goes hard too. Just that's like an album cover. You know, what I mean, that's like
pose. Very strong pose, KB.
Very strong.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pictures ever.
Ree, what about you? Do you agree with the strong pose, or do you think the baddies, or do you think maybe Mickie James?
I'll have to go with the room I'll be the most starstruck in is definitely Tristan and Lita, because I would feel like Sasha, Naomi. I feel like I know them. They're my friends. I would automatically feel just comfortable with them. But like Tristan and Lita, I'll be like, oh my goodness, hi, right? Like I can't breathe.
I can't. Very cool. I don't know. I'd be starstruck with most of them there. I don't know which one I'll be. KB, the photo on the bottom left though. Tell us a little bit about Soundboard.
So Soundboard is so Detroit has Motor City Casino, and inside Motor City Casino there's a little concert room where people come and perform, of course. So Lloyd was there. And whenever I go see Lloyd, I always got paid for a meet and greet. So
very cool.
How many times have you seen him?
Well,
that's a lot.
5.
If you have to think, that's a lot, Brett.
About 5. No more than 5. So.
By the way, chat wants to say Doggy is adorable.
Thank you.
Everybody.
One of the mascots.
Mascot to Lip Gloss and Ladders. All right, Ash. Let's talk about
very tasteful. Okay.
Very tasteful. I said tasteful.
It's the couch picture for me.
Very.
Yes,
very
I love that couch picture. That was so
Thank
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had to put the couch picture in there. I mean, come on now. But that's so. Take us through these photos and what are they all about?
So the first photo, the one of me in my wedding dress with my husband. I got married in 2021.
Congratulations.
His name is Joe. Thank you so much. And that photo, that whole day is actually when we were taking the photos in that moment, I was starving. So keep that in mind. Whenever you see those wedding photos, just think like Ashley is starving in those photos. She had like a piece of bacon and a glass of wine, like literally the entire day.
It's like, as soon as I get out of this dress, I'm gonna.
This is such a beautiful wedding.
Yeah.
Feed me.
Literally.
Now, was the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader outfit later that night, or was that was a separate?
Oh, yeah, that was my performance number. Look.
Yeah.
During the wedding.
Yeah. So that was actually Halloween this past year. I watched like America's Sweethearts on Netflix. So naturally, I was like, I want to be a DCC girl for Halloween, and yeah, that one, and then. The 2 drinks is me and my sister in Miami, living it up, having a great time. And then the couch photo is probably one of my favorite pictures of me. That was for my 26th birthday 2 years ago.
Very nice. Now, what are your thoughts on Ash by Elegance and Heather by Elegance stealing your Dallas Cowboy look there and using that recently on TNA? I mean, or did you give them permission to be inspired by your fashion sense?
I love the By Elegance crew. Me and Ash, we share a name, so it's all good with me.
Ash Penny by Elegance, of course. You guys are all together. Very cool.
A trio, naturally.
A trio. Well, excellent. I love that we got to know just a little bit about you, but of course, if you want to know more about the Lip Gloss and Ladders crew, you're going to get to know a lot about them tonight because we're going to be diving right into the women's wrestling news and getting their takes on all the stuff that's going on. But there is if you go to their channel, there's an actual entire segment where you get to find out exactly who is who. It was for the fans, and it's worth the listen. You'll find out and if you go to their Instagram, there's all kinds of information there. You'll find out why Gabby is mourning the loss of the Ravens, of course, and everything else that is going on. But we
wait a minute, Tara. I feel attacked too.
Now, what are all of you football fans, or is there one of you that's kind of dipping your toe in at this time?
I'm too a Ravens fan.
I'm dipping a few toes, all of the toes in there.
all the toes are in there.
I was dipping my toe in it last year, but now it's like more.
All the toes are in this year, basically?
Yeah, all the toes.
I love that.
All right, now who's your pick? Real quick before we get to the news, I want to hear from each of you your pick for the Super Bowl and why it's not the Chiefs. I'll start with Ash.
So I'm actually the one who's dipping her toe this year. So, as long as it's not the Chiefs. As long as it's not the Chiefs. That's
not as long as it's not the Chiefs. I think a lot of people are sick of Travis Kelce Swift and Patrick Mahomes.
The refs. There's just so many complaints.
That's the other part of the team. That's the extra man on the court is the stripe guy. KB, what about you?
I'm the same. Anybody but the Chiefs.
Anybody but the Chiefs.
Anybody but the Chiefs.
Ray, anybody but the Chiefs.
Anybody but the Chiefs, but fingers crossed for the Commanders. We gonna keep it.
No, Commanders beat the Lions.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, all good.
I'm sorry. And they got disrespectful. Whoever went to Hutch Jury and bought the jury, oh my God, y'all knew how to get to us because they started wearing buffs. They wore Hutch's Jury. Y'all just being Detroit, just y'all trolled us for real. I have no words.
Well, let's get to all the incredible news that is going on in women's wrestling. It's time for women's wrestling news. Now, I don't know who put the Mind Runner needs likes gringo sauce. I don't know who put that on there. I'm gonna have to talk to the people there. First up, though, of course, is Allie Ketch. I don't know if you guys have been following GCW, but Miss Allie Ketch, who broke up Bussy, she and Effie are no more, but she took a terrible dive and broke her leg in two places, and she's going to be out for quite a while, 6 weeks on crutches. The entire wrestling community, independent wrestling and wrestlers everywhere are rallying behind her. Steph DeLander started a GoFundMe. It's way beyond 10,000 now. They're looking to at least get around 50,000. She's going to be this has been her income. This has been her thing. So she's, in addition to medical expenses, all the other intangibles that are out there, so please show your support. Recently she's keeping a positive attitude, but injuries like this suck, especially folks that are depending on that. Let me start with Ash. Are you much of a fan of GCW? Are you familiar with Allie Ketch and Bussy?
Yeah, so I actually saw Allie a couple weeks ago, right before Christmas, for the HOG show. She had a match against Megan Bain, and I was very impressed by her work. So hearing about this, I was definitely bummed. It's always so unfortunate to hear when somebody gets injured. So I'm hoping that it's a speedy recovery and a quick one.
Hope so too. How do you feel about Bussy breaking up before this?
Man, didn't want to see it happen. Definitely didn't want to see it happen. But
how about you, KB? Are you how familiar are you with Allie Ketch, Bussy, and GCW and the independent scene?
I don't know much, but I did see this post being reposted, and it is very devastating to break your leg into two places. So yeah,
it makes you really hope that that something, maybe there could be something out there for wrestlers. I know that like WWE has their way of helping wrestlers. AEW, I think they have like a reimbursement thing, but to have something like this happen, it's terrible. How about you, Ree? Your thoughts?
I am not too familiar, but it's kind of like when you finally become familiar with somebody and then you see this, it's like, wait, I just heard about you and now you're injured. So what's going on? But it is very unfortunate, and I'm wishing her a speedy recovery.
And we always, and if you want to support out there, everybody, just go to the GoFundMe for support Alley Catch through injury, and anything, even a $5 donation, she'll definitely appreciate it. Let's talk about Raw, and I do want to talk about, and then I'll start with Rio and ask you. It looks like they're gearing up for Rhea Ripley. Mommy is going to take on Nia Jax. We had Roxy being carted away like a toddler and kicking a fan off of her seat. We had Io Sky and Dakota Kai at Damage Control defeated. I want to get everybody's opinion too about this. In our opinion, we're a little frustrated that 3 of the most badass female wrestlers are in a faction with the worst name and are being booked in the worst way. And of course, I'm talking about all right. It's Pink Pony Fusion Club, whatever their name is, what's going on? Is it a jobber faction with them? What's going on?
Justice for Shayna. I have been a fan of Shayna for a while. I do not like the name either, but it sounds like a crystal shop. And
yeah,
it sounds like a crystal. It sounds like a store where you buy your crystals from. But I have hope. I do have hope, but it's not looking the best. And it's like I'm a big fan of Zoe Stark's work, big fan of Sonya's work, and I just want to see them be booked well, and get a win. Pin somebody, please.
Just one. Just something.
Like, because if we suspending disbelief we have to suspend disbelief. But if we are going based off of just looks, they should be slicing through the women's division easily.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Ash, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with everything that Reese said. I think that these are 3 incredibly strong and powerful women who have been booked somewhat stronger. I would say Shayna of the 3 was probably the one who was booked the strongest, but I want more. I just want to see direction for these 3. And if they're going to be a faction, I want them to actually look dominant as a team. I think that's like the biggest thing with a lot of these factions is a lot of times they create a new faction and then they just lose a whole bunch. And I don't understand why. So hopefully they get some direction soon.
Absolutely. Yes. KB, do you think Shawn Michaels needs to be getting in the ear of the people booking the Raw women's division? Maybe book this faction a lot better.
Yes.
Do we need NXT Shayna Baszler back?
Yes, I feel like Shawn Michaels needs to. Because honestly, the Raw women's roster does not be hitting like NXT. Or I'm interested in SmackDown. Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely something, because it's just not there for me.
Speaking of NXT, Bayley had a visitor during her match. Roxy being carried away like a toddler from ringside. I mean, and kicking. And it's so funny, you forget sometimes how tiny Roxy is, and then this guy's just picking her up like come on, like your dog earlier. And then she kicked over a fan that was sitting next to her, and just that whole business. But this, I love that Bayley showing up on NXT. They're showing up here. Is it time for some call-ups from NXT to, like you said, you're not impressed with the Raw and SmackDown women's division? Is it time to bring, and who do you think needs to come up?
It's so funny. Before I even answer that, it's so funny how Roxanne got picked up and kicked. I feel like that would be me just kicking. I'm that small. So if I knock someone over, I'm like, woohoo!
No, put me down.
Right. But I think Roxanne could get called up for sure. I feel like unless she's if she's down there longer, probably just to stay there with Cora Jade. I don't see no reason for her to stay down there, but she could get called up. But then my concern would be more people be still be in the back and catering on Raw roster.
Yeah, there are some people in the back that probably should get some time as well. Ree, what are your thoughts? Who would you call up, or would you call anybody up, or are there some people in catering that need a little more time?
I do. I think that there are some people in catering that need some more time, but I do think it is Roxanne's time to come up. So I know when you called her Roxy, it just made me think of her ROH days. I had no idea she was that young. That's a side note. Sorry,
yes, she's so young.
Because I was like, when I saw her at ROH, I was like, wait, so that means she was just turning 18 when I saw her. But I think it is time. Like, she's insanely good at this. My fear with any NXT call up, especially with the women, is them getting lost. And I do think that we suffered from that a little bit with, not to go too far outside that, but we suffered a little bit of that with Lyra, and I hope it doesn't go the same way. So I think Roxanne, it's time for her to come up. I think it is her. I think she should come on up.
Yeah, I hope they learned their lesson from Shayna Baszler, because she was I was most excited about her call up, and they made her a vampire, and I didn't understand, or at least they tried to, that she bit Bex on the back of the neck or something. I don't know what that was all about. Is it time for some more call-ups? It should. And again, we call her Roxy because she's Mission Pro family. She was in our first ever Genesis match, and she was
Texas girly. Yes,
possibly another WWE guy, Ricky Starks. If you've been paying attention to some of the stuff going on with that. I mean, imagine Ricky Starks showing up during a Cody promo. I think that would be interesting. But Ash, talking, of course, about the women's division in WWE and NXT, is there anybody that you think besides Roxy that should be called up? Is it her time? What are your thoughts?
So definitely 100% on Roxanne, but I feel like it might be like a controversial pick, but I think it's Sol Ruka's time to come up.
Yes.
She's not doing anything. She's not doing anything.
That's so.
And I want to see her featured more. And I think that her high flying moves, her really cool spots, I feel like Raw would welcome her with open arms. So I would love to see Sol Ruka.
1,000%. And Dora, I haven't forgotten about you.
Oh, you're good. I'm having fun. What do you mean?
Well, let's move on to Of course, we've got on SmackDown. Of course, main event is, we talked about Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax. I just really quickly, I want to poll everybody. Is this the best run of Nia Jax's career has been this past year? I mean, and I want to start with KB on that one. Like, is this the best version of Nia Jax that we've seen in this? Even without the title, losing the title, don't you feel like this is so much an improvement from before?
Definitely. I feel like this has been, from her winning Queen of the Ring to her being a champion to her with the feud with Tiffany. I don't know why it just got cut like that and she just went straight to Raw. But this has been her best run.
I think so too. And would you, Ree and Ash, would you agree this is her best run?
100%.
Definitely.
But we are legally obligated to, though, not give much spotlight to the other wrestlers. We have to highlight Chelsea Green by order of our WWE overlords. We would get demonetized if we don't bring up Chelsea Green. Ash, your thoughts on Chelsea and Piper? And I kind of dig. I don't know. Do you dig this B-Fab and Mishin team up here?
Yes, I'm really enjoying it, mainly because I've been wanting to see more of B-Fab. I feel like she has a lot of charisma. I love the way she comes to the ring. I feel like she has like a lot of promising stuff. I thought that match that she had against Piper was really, really cute, really fun. I love everything that Chelsea and Piper are doing. Chelsea is a comedy queen, comedic genius.
Yes.
So I buy into anything that she does.
Absolutely. And all hail our American champion. Trump is actually going to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America because of Chelsea Green's victory and becoming the United States champion. I mean, that so much is all, it's all Chelsea. It's all Chelsea. Absolutely. And of course, it's also Tiffy time. You know, Tiffy, where does Tiffy go from here, Ree? Where does she go from here? And we've got another person that's probably going to show up in the Rumble, an old veteran. And do we possibly see a feud between those two?
I pray to the wrestling gods that we do. I have always been pretty high on Tiffany Stratton. I think that she is Charlotte, but she is, and again, Charlotte is the queen, but at this point in her career, she is better than I think Charlotte was at this point in her career. Again, Charlotte is the queen. She is who you have to be. And like in the words of her father, to be the woman, you have to beat the woman. And I think that it is time for Charlotte to come back and insert herself in that title picture. And I'm so sorry, Charlotte. I've missed you so much. Please come back. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said you got handed everything. Just come back.
Yeah, please. Well, I do think that's inevitable. I mean, the promos are already there, and we're going to talk about one of my favorite recent photos. But I love how Tiffy time, how when Nia Jax asked Tiffany or demanded the belt back, and she just was like, no, her persona was it's adorable, actually. But speaking of potential returns in the Rumble, and I'm going to bring Ash up here because, you know, she did kind of dress as her for Halloween. Let's talk Nikki Bella. You know, she's currently on the show, The Traders, USA. You guys, Traders fans?
Love it.
Watching Traders, love it. Did Boston Bob pull the trigger too soon on Bob the Drag Queen?
Yes, he did.
I'm a couple episodes behind.
Oh no! Oh, spoilers.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Nikki's safe.
All right. That's all I care about.
Yeah,
I'll let you know Nikki is safe.
Yeah. In fact, I think it actually looked like it was going to be Nikki or somebody else. If Bob
I heard she got confronted at the table.
It was interesting, but
that table was crazy, Fred. Like you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, because the last 10 minutes of just that right there, it was so intense. Like the mind games that they played so quickly, it was like, oh my gosh, these are Survivor people.
It goes this way, this way, and then Boston Rob opens his mouth and then like that, and you're like,
exactly, yeah.
What happened? And we got to shout out to Alan Cumming. I mean, he should host everything. Everything is amazing. But we're talking about Nikki Bella, the wrestler, as well. She is in close talks, according to several sources, that she's in close talks for making a return, if not more than a one-off, perhaps. That not just hey, I'm coming back at the Rumble, but that she may return for at least kind of like how a Cena or somebody comes back for a while. And a lot of people are fantasy booking that perhaps she was behind the attack on Jade Cargill, not Naomi or Bianca, as some people are trying to say. Your thoughts, Ash?
Honestly, I would love that because I just don't want it to be Naomi and Bianca.
No.
I just don't want it to be Naomi and Bianca. I'm just like anybody else. I'm like, girls, how could you do this? So I would definitely love to see Nikki get involved in any capacity.
Looking forward to it. Ree, your thoughts on Nikki Bella? The right Bella coming back, right? Because, I mean, Bree, we love her, but come on now.
Damn.
I mean, well, you said it, not me.
Hey, you talked about Charlotte, so we'll go for the.
You said it, I mean, I would be excited to come back for her to come back. I didn't think that we would see her back, especially after some recent comments that she made. I didn't think that we would see her back. So I am excited. I want to see her.
There's a lot of people coming back to wrestling after certain comments. We're going to get to a couple of those in a little bit, but we'll get to that in a moment. KB, is the right Bella twin coming back? If it is Nikki.
Yeah, I love Nikki.
Yeah.
I'm ready for her to just come out and I can just do the dance with her.
Love it. Let's go to NXT, and of course, we had Bayley is everywhere, and I love the crossovers. I love Bayley showing up, and Julia giving her flowers. I love that, it's kind of helping Julia look like a star. But, KB, if you got a chance to watch NXT and the heat that Cora and Roxy have as a pair, and does Cora go with Roxy to the main roster, or do we separate them?
I feel like Cora, if Roxy would go to the main roster, Cora should stay. That should just give her a chance to get to, because as someone who just started to watch like NXT more serious, I don't really know much of Cora. So I feel like if she stayed behind, I could just see her as a single run and see how she is. Because I think she was injured. She just came back from injury.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she should stay behind.
What about Jada Parker losing at the hands of Kaylani Jordan to Carmen Petrovic? Not the way you want to lose to the most devastating move in all of wrestling, the surprise roll up.
I am, when they was backstage going back and forth, I said, "Ooh, this gonna be good. This gonna be good." So I'm interested in this feud because it's like either one can turn heel. I feel like if Kaylani would turn heel, I'll be invested. I want to see this heel side of her because when she won, the title, she was on a baby face. So I want to see if she has the ability to turn heel.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, Ash. Are we in store for a heel Kaylani Jordan? And again, I don't see Jada Parker as a heel. I mean, is Jada Parker supposed to be the heel, or is she the baby face in this?
In this scenario, I think Kaylani is the heel, surprisingly. Which
I know, right?
Unheard of for me. But I'm excited to see these new notes in Kaylani's character. I feel like they're kind of giving her that Roxanne package, because Roxanne, she kind of went down a similar descent when she first lost the title, and it was like a build to that heel turn. So I feel like Jada will probably come out on top, and it'll probably add like another layer, another notch in Kaylani's belt.
I've said this before. I know it's probably too soon, but at some point, perhaps in 2025, the wrestling gods are listening. I want Jada Parker, Rhea Ripley at some point. I want that match. Oh, yes. It'll be nasty and it'll be awesome. And I want that match, please. Speaking of nasty in a good way, Metaphor has maybe a 4 horsewoman with them. I love that photo. Possibly a faction I could get behind. And then, of course, are we setting up a epic battle for the tag team titles? How is this going to be booked, Ash? What do you think? What are you expecting? And is Lash Legend just a badass or what?
Lash Legend is my favorite women's wrestler on NXT, maybe in WWE right now. I absolutely adore Lash. I'm so proud of her and all of her growth. Just can't shut up about Lash Legend. But I always kind of thought Lash and Jakara might have had something to do with the Jade situation, just because of the fact that the night that Jade was taken out of that triple threat match, Lash was put into it. So I was kind of like, huh. So with Charlotte coming down and taking that photo, it's kind of, I feel like we're maybe planting the seeds to maybe a big reveal on Tuesday, or maybe they might save it. But I would love for us to get another chapter in this Jade saga. Like, give me something. Just give me something.
Booker of the Year, Ash Benny, are you suggesting a Lash Legend, Jakara Jackson, Charlotte Flair versus Naomi, Bianca, Jade? Oh, sign me up. In my veins. Yes. Yeah. Right here. In
my rock turtleneck. Yes.
Ree, just in general, I want to hear your specific comments about everything we talked about with NXT, but in general, is NXT the best women's division right now?
Number one, and its second place isn't even close.
Oh,
second place there isn't a second place at this point. Like, they're far ahead. 50% of the show is the women. The women are always featured. Even if there are no women, not women matches, but even if they're not in a match, I never forget the women that are on NXT. They're always backstage. They're always in some kind of segment. They're always involved in storylines. So I think that Shawn Michaels, Women's Booker of the Year.
Hooking. In fact, Meltzer was pointing out recently that And in NXT, it's the women's segments and the women's matches are the highest with the 18 to 35 or something like that, and like the whatever the demo thing is. I don't pay attention to ratings, but anyways, they seem to be doing the best. So yeah, NXT's cooking. I hope they don't completely strip away all the awesomeness, but they just got Stephanie Vacour, Julia, Zarya. I mean, you got our girl Maddie Rinkowski. Oh, I'm sorry, Rin Sinclair. You got all kinds of cool people. So good stuff. Let's switch over to AEW. Not the best women's division booking wise. Has a ton of incredible talent. A lot of my favorite wrestlers there. Ree, your thoughts first. I want to talk. Did you get a chance to watch Dynamite? And then I wanted to just kind of your thoughts on the AEW women's division.
Did not get a chance to watch this episode of Dynamite. However, I would like to say that AEW has potentially some of the best women's wrestlers. Mm-hmm. Not even potentially, they do have some of the best women's wrestlers, and I would like for them to be shown and showcased and booked. Period. Please. I would say better, but I would also like for it to happen.
TK Will Washington, why don't you give old Shawn Michaels a call? Just talk to him. Get him on the phone.
Just get in his ear.
Yeah, just get in his ear a little bit. KB, did you get a chance to watch Dynamite last night at all?
I actually missed it as well. I did see that Julia was in the match, but I didn't see the end result. The only thing I noticed about when Julia came out is that she changed her lyric to Heart.
Yes, not the house always wins, but the heart always wins. Yeah. They have a new faction. Brody King announced that they're separating from Malachi Black. They're no longer the House of Black. It's going to be like the Hounds of Hell or something like that. And Brody King's going to be the new leader. And it's going to be pretty cool. Interesting moment. Jamie Hayter, this was their second match, and Jamie got the win this time, so they're 1-1. But Jamie cut a promo after the match, and Julia's in character trying to be all nasty, and Jamie said, "You're one tough bitch," and it was almost like she almost kind of went a shoot, and the camera cut to Julia when Jamie said that, and Julia broke, like you could see it, like she almost cried. Because to hear that from this tiny girl who had this cheerleader gimmick has busted her butt so much that now, and she's really worked hard on her character, and that you could tell it kind of got to her, and and she said that, hey, whenever you went round 3, let me know. So yeah, I mean, go ahead. What were you were gonna jump in? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I'm thoroughly impressed with Julia Hart, especially since she is, to me, a homegrown AEW talent. And I think it's a testament to that system where it was like, again, cheerleader gimmick to the House of Black with these, I know probably these mentors and things of that nature, but to see her, like, her growth is kind of as young she is and as not inexperienced, but I guess green, but she's amazing. But as she is, for her to change characters and to grow into this character so quickly is a testament.
Love it. Ash, your thoughts on Julia Hart?
I love Julia Hart. I think she has probably one of my favorite themes in AEW. Mm-hmm. I like unironically listen to it like a lot. I love that theme. So I was very happy that Jamie gave her a bit of some flowers there, and I'm curious to see what's next for Julia, for sure.
Absolutely. I wonder if I hope this new faction gets booked a lot better than the House of Black. I'd love to see some gold on all of them. It's really cool. But then, of course, in a few weeks, we've got the Grand Slam in Australia. This rookie, I've heard some great things about her, this Toni Storm. I think she managed to get a title shot. And, of course, there's an incredible backstage bonding between two Aussies. They were speaking Australian slang like, "Oh, I got the bloody eight with the shrimp in the barbie and the next with eight." Yeah, and they should have had a little translation. Inspired enough Harley Cameron to challenge the CEO. and I see you, Dora. Dora's not a fan of the CEO. Now, not saying Sasha Banks. We're talking about Mercedes Moné. But is it time, Ash, for Mercedes Moné to feel the wrath of Harley Cameron?
Yeah, I'm actually so happy with Harley Cameron's development. I think that she excels in whatever they put her in. She's so multi-talented. So I think that they could have a really fun match together. So
I'm super excited. KB, are you also feeling the wrath in a good way of Harley Cameron?
Harley Cameron hasn't won me yet.
Well, he hasn't won a match yet. That was pointed out last night. That Mercedes a title shot and you haven't won a match. Yeah.
Yeah, even with Mercedes Moné, it's Sasha Banks over Mercedes Moné, but I feel like Mercedes Moné wants to win all the gold so she can prove that she is. She want everybody to see her worth, which I don't blame, but I don't know. It's time for her to drop the belt, but to who? That's my thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné, aka Mercedes Verano. I've heard it both ways. Is it a booking issue? Is it you always hear the rumors, oh, she doesn't want to lose. She's the new Hulk Hogan. Doesn't work for me, brother. But I don't know. I mean, the whole Camille thing was kind of weird, but I do think that she did shut up a lot of people. She had back-to-back bangers with Statlander. She said the last few matches that she's had were fantastic, including setting the record for the longest women's match in AEW history with Statlander. So what's going on? What are the pros and cons of Mercedes Moné?
If she's happy, I'm happy. I just want to know. I just want her to win. What else? Okay, I'm trying to be nice. I'm sorry.
No, okay. Speak your truth. Speak your truth.
I'm ready for her to lose one of them. One of the four. I think 4 belts is excessive. I want to see her win. I want to see her exceed again. If she is happy in AEW, I'm happy. But I really would like for her to have a formidable opponents. One and she has had the formidable opponents, but put someone over. You need to hit Gabby. You have to hear Gabby talk about this. Check out our YouTube channel. Hi, Gabrielle. She talks about this as well. But I think it's time for her to put someone else over.
I think so too. And I mean, the crowd is Harley is so over with the crowd, but she hasn't won a match. I mean, at least a singles match. And Statlander's already tried twice. Do we go Thunder Rosa? I mean, who do we look for at this point? That's going to go there. That's going to feel the wrath. We'll have to see. Maybe Megan Bain, who just made her debut. Oh,
so I'm thinking,
that would be.
I would love that.
Incredible. Let's talk women. Continuing the women's division. We don't have to spend much time on this because we do like to keep it positive around here. A lot of rumors circulating and a lot of this and that and the other thing, SRS and Air Gold and everybody getting into it and being nasty to each other. But just in general, from just being as it is, Britt Baker addressed partially some of the rumors there. There's rumors that nobody wants to work with her, that she's kind of getting the Ricky Starks, Ray Phoenix treatment from Tony. And a lot of this, they say it stemmed from, now I have to agree with this part. I was disappointed. I'm an anomaly here because I'm a huge Thunder Rosa fan, but I'm also a Britt Baker fan. I know that's weird that you can be both, but I am. And I a lot of it came from their lights out match. But when Britt Baker did, Serena Deeb, I don't know if you guys remember when Serena Deeb came out to challenge Britt after her match with Penelope, which Penelope should have gone over. But I'm over that. But Britt turns to the camera and says, "Nobody cares." I mean, it was kind of felt like in character, but it kind of felt like it was a shoot. Was Britt unprofessional, and was that the straw that kind of you think broke the camel's back for Tony?
I'm not sure, because to me, I feel like Tony Khan can be maybe a little bit of, oh, you're mean to me. Like I get it, and I understand. I can understand Britt's frustration as well. But if she is difficult to work with, I don't know. I'm not backstage. It might have been like we have seen him take out his aggression and frustrations on wrestlers, and opposed to, like getting them to not mess with their bookings. So I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back. He doesn't seem like he has a lot of respect backstage either. So
very interesting. KB, would you back me on this proposal to Tony Khan? We will give Britt Baker to WWE if they give us Shayna Baszler. Or if they give AEW Shayna Baszler. Do you think no?
I think if Shayna Baszler was going to AEW, she would not. It'd be worse. It'd be worse.
Is there anybody from WWE that you think would thrive more in AEW if we did a trade?
I don't think so.
You sound like you don't want any of your babies to go to this mean man Tony Khan, and
because it's like he just like the Raw roster, a lot of women are in catering.
Yeah.
So it's like here, no, there, no. I don't know.
I don't understand why we haven't had Penelope Ford versus Lady Frost, and that should be a main event, but that's just me. Ash, AW Women's Division, Britt Baker, what's going on?
So I know that there's been like a string of events this past year with Britt Baker, like with the MJF confrontation, that whole shamble of a all-in match, whatever happened there. Yeah. And then now this whole entire thing with Serena Deeb, I feel like it just kind of, because I always kind of had like the notion that, I don't want to say that I thought Britt was like necessarily a mean girl, but the whole Thunder Rosa situation definitely left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they say every time. Yes.
Yeah. Like
that reality show made me be like,
yeah, like it kind of made me
that
like,
reality show. I was like, wow, there are cameras here. We can hear you.
It's like, you're just saying that. Like, okay. And so from that point of view, I don't know if she's the everyone's favorite person in the locker room, but I definitely respect her. I don't want to see her leave AEW. I feel like she's like the first lady of AEW. I think it would be such a shame if all of that amounted to kind of like a bad severing of ties. Yeah. So hopefully that they can work it out, maybe just keeping her off TV for a little bit and then coming back to the situation in like a couple months or so. But it's a very tricky situation, because I don't want to, just because I necessarily don't, I'm not the biggest Britt Baker fan, I don't want to see her leave AEW. I think she's still an important piece of AEW.
Yeah, it's important.
Genius.
I was.
How do we save the women's division AEW?
I just wanted to make one more point about Britt Baker. It is one thing to be frustrated. It is, and she is definitely I'm sure certain things happen that is frustrating in the locker room, but it's not okay to do that at the expense of your other coworkers, essentially, or your other competitors. It's not okay to do that and make them look bad because you are upset at something. But I think what AEW needs to do with the women's division is not even restructure it, but give them time. Mm-hmm. Like you have plenty, you have 17 different titles. They don't all need to be here.
And I thought like the international title and the intercontinental breakfast title, I thought those would be, I thought they were going to use those at other events, like go to, what's like across the pond or go to Japan. Yeah, have them defended everywhere else. I think they need to have women's tag team titles and force the issue so that you give them extra time. But
yes, I
don't know. Britt lost some points with me with that whole nobody cares, but I understand frustrations. It's sad when you see so much talent in AEW and rooting for them, and it seems like there's a lot of craziness. Let's go to TNA, because back to Cora Jade, showing up after, Masha last week made a little scouting event there. Masha Slamovich. Masha is required, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but there's a ancient curse that if Masha does not wrestle somebody within 24 hours, the world will stop spinning. So she has to wrestle every day. She's wrestling a bear tonight, I think, in the woods. But she is wrestling that incredible hardcore match with Rosemary. What a great opponent. Masha looking like the freaking Terminator coming out. Then, of course, Cora Jade. GCW, January 26th, Masha versus Megan Bain. I mean, she's actually wrestling a bear at that point. By the way, Megan Bain making Chris Statlander look small.
Look tiny.
Like, crazy. What was that? But of course, this whole TNA, we talked about it last week a lot, the TNA WWE crossover. Now we're going to start seeing Masha showing up. Already it sounds like Jordan Grace is going to WWE, but we're getting Masha and that guy. What's that guy from TNA? Who's the TNA champion now?
Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Of course, you say his name.
I hope he gets his John Cena match. He deserves it. I feel. He's gone up against AJ Francis. Like, I think he can do it. If he can go against a villain like AJ Francis, Joe Hendry has got this with John Cena. Honestly.
Can you imagine what kind of song, what parody song Joe Hendry's going to come up with for John Cena? It'll be a rap. It's got to be a rap, right?
Yeah, so good.
All right, so Ree, have you been following much TNA? Have you been following Masha specifically at all? Are you a Masha fan?
She has won me over. I've been watching a little bit more of her lately. I've been getting into TNA a little bit more. I used to be a big TNA fan back in the day, and now I'm making the transition back. So I'm really excited about NXT TNA. I'm really excited about that. And her getting her spotlight. I think that she will be early calling it. I think that she will be one of the TNA spots in the Rumble, and I'm looking forward to it.
When Masha's theme hits, Ash, how are you going to feel in the Rumble? And I mean, is she and are we going to start seeing more of Masha, not just at NXT, but who would you want to see Masha Slamovich against in WWE besides Rhea Ripley and some of these others?
Lash Legend.
Oh,
give me Lash Legend. Yeah.
Of course, I want Megan Bain in Lash Legend.
God, he's so good.
Oh my God, that's
what's the women version of Meat? When the guys, big beefy guys fight, what Meat? I guess it's Meat still, but that would be
Megan. Jordan.
Well, Statlander, Megan Bain. Yeah, I mean that's that. But even Statlander looks small, but like we said earlier. But Lash Legend and Masha Slamovich. Oh,
that would be good.
Take my money. Cora Jade, of course, you think this is going to lead to a Cora Jade Masha title match where Masha's going to kill Cora Jade. I mean, Masha's going to win.
Essentially. Yeah. I think it's a good look for Cora, though. I'm happy that she's getting some steps in TNA.
Yes. I love that. KB, are you following TNA? Or is this merger getting you a little more interested in the TNA women's roster?
A little bit of both. So I started tuning in to TNA a little more once they came here in October. So I'm starting to learn the people in TNA.
That's good. Well, at least the good thing is there's nobody controversial in the women's roster at TNA. There's nobody controversial at all.
I hate this woman.
Come here.
One person, they better not even bring her up. Like, I just don't even know. The crowd will boo her. Like, I'm just so proud of booing her.
They were chanting she's a racist at the event.
I'm hoping they're doing that again tonight because there's another show in San Antonio. I hope the crowd is booing so loud. So yeah.
Well, all right. I mean, at this point, it's almost like, is the window past where she could have owned her past and said, "Hey, I'm a new person," or is she just doesn't care? and Jordan putting her over. I mean, that's what legends do. To me, that speaks more about the professionalism of Jordan Grace, rather than that. But KB, are you a Tessa Blanchard fan?
Not. Jordan definitely was a professional, but that behind the scenes video said a lot.
Her walking by,
it does.
A lot. Not even enough. She might as well have been John Cena. Literally. Ash, what's all this about, Tessa Blanchard and TNA?
I mean, from the backstage standpoint, I understand you have someone who was such a monumental piece of the women's division in Jordan when Trinity left. Like, she really, really carried that division for this past year. So knowing that she's leaving and knowing that her contract is up, I understand the feeling and the need to find another top talent. But I feel like already with the history that Tessa has over there, on top of the fact of how she came back, it doesn't seem as though she was looking to have certain conversations that she should have had.
Yes.
So, yep. And so now I just think that it's in an awkward place. Like, she's on TV, but there's very much a go away heat that feels like every time she comes out on TV. So I don't know what
He's usually pretty good, but I mean, this is like turn off the TV heat. And our Tommy in the chat, of course, and I agree with this statement. I'm a bigger La Rosa Negra fan. I am too. I think in fact, that's somebody that needs to be getting a bigger push as our girl. We got, again, going through it all. Coming up this on the 31st. It is VIP and the VIP show. First of all, there's the title tournament for the VIP title. Jordan Grace versus Killa Kate. Maya World versus Roche Chanel. Oh my goodness. Why they do this to me, I don't know. Lady Frost, as actually, she's been removed from the tournament. I think she's on the Jericho Cruise or something. But Alejandra, the lioness herself, is going to be taking on I can't read that name there. But we'll just skip her.
My contract's moved. I can't.
Yeah, I can't really see the name.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I can't see. But this is a scoop. This is a spoiler. The fourth bracket has yet to be announced, but we're announcing it right here. The fourth bracket's going to be Holiday versus Ray Lynn. And if the wrestling gods are listening, please, Jordan Grace versus Holiday in the finals, please. Or at least Jordan Grace versus Maya World. Ash, your thoughts here? Who's winning the VIP? But if it's not Jordan Grace, who's taking it?
So with indie wrestling, I feel like with Killa Kate, I've been watching a little bit of her stuff. So I feel like she's like an interesting prospect. But personally, like, I love Maya World. So I would just love to see Maya World take it. I've been watching a lot of her stuff. I'm a big fan.
I was hoping Maya World would become a new minion in ROH for Athena. But things happen. That whatever.
Well, she was trained by her, but I don't think Maya would be a good minion. She's so good by herself.
Yeah, she's beyond right. You're right.
She's so good by herself.
She don't need that training.
She doesn't. Yeah, she does not need that. She doesn't need to go back. You know what I mean?
Genius. Who, just using your calculating mind here, who's winning this tournament?
Jordan Grace is definitely winning, but if not her, I am too going for Maya World.
Maya World. Now, do you want that to be the final, Maya World and Jordan Grace, or do you think Holiday or Tessa Blanchard and Jordan Grace?
I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
All right. But yeah, I think we're looking at Jordan Grace. KB, are you a Jordan Grace pick as well for this? Yeah. Give her flowers and then show up at the Rumble. That's going to be awesome. Also, this same show the Tonga Twins versus our Mission Pro champions, Fire and Fury. Have you been watching Fire and Fury? Nova Phoenix and Morgan Mercy. They are one of the most dominating new tag teams on the indie scene. They remind me of like the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom, the Demolition, and then you've got the Tonga Twins. Are they going to come out and do the haka before the match, like that girl that tore up the Hawaiian court? She tore up the thing. That, yes. It's like, that stuff is rad, dude. That's scary. We've also got defending the Mission Pro Championship against a former Mission Pro champion. La Princessa's challenging everyone's BFF, Izzy Moreno. Jasmine Allure is defending the Ladies Night Out Championship against former Dream World tag team partner, Kaya Dream. And then Hudson Envy is going up against London Dior. And again, they're not listening to me. London Dior and Rocher Chanel, they need to form a team, Dior and Chanel, but they're not listening to my pitch there. KB, do you have a favorite out of this? Which of these 4 matches would you be most excited about?
Izzy versus Tiffany.
I think that might be the unanimous decision there. Ash, same thing.
Yes, I'm very excited, and I know that Izzy took the strap off of Tiffany, so I'm very excited to see this rematch.
Ree, are you unanimous?
It's unanimous, but I'm very excited to see the Tonga Twins. I remember them from their wild days. I've been watching WoW on Pluto. They have a channel.
Don't sleep on Fire and Fury though. There are Mission Pro champions, and for a reason. But since we're unanimously BFFs in here, let's get to our All right, it's time for the Izzy Report. And ladies and gentlemen, this week on our Izzy Report, not only did she get the W against Natalie Sykes, she also is named Fightful's Rookie of the Year. Our BFF has come so far from having her bow stolen by that mean Sasha Banks in the hot tag, and now look at her again. Where is AEW All In?
It's in Texas, isn't it?
It's in Texas. And if the TBS champion needs to finish the story with somebody, wouldn't that be
so cute?
I love that. I love the open challenge.
Picture this: open challenge. Nobody's on my level. You have a week earlier, Izzy's in the audience with the Mission Pro title. Sasha recognizes her, and Mercedes, and messes with her just like she did before. But this time, Izzy's not playing. Izzy has come a long way.
Not dead.
And then open challenge. Mercedes is in. The CEO is in the ring. She's talking smack, and then suddenly in the Texas crowd, you hear the Izzy theme hit. Will that be a pop? What would you pop?
I'd pop. I'd freak out.
Ash, what do you think? Izzy, should we finish the story with Izzy and Mercedes Moné?
Yes, I think that would be such a beautiful full circle moment, just because of that's the story is there already. All they have to do is just have the match. So I think that would be perfect.
KB, I'm just going to assume that you agree.
I definitely agree.
Very cool. Very cool.
As long as Izzy doesn't have to drop her belt, that's how I feel about that situation. Yes.
Protect. Yeah, it's not belt for belt. This is going to be
not belt for belt.
Yeah,
as long as Izzy shows up, yes.
But then again, if Izzy becomes the TBS champion, I wouldn't be mad at that either. So we'll just go from there. All right, though. We have gone through there's so much more news to go through, but we're just going to go ahead and move on to the big challenge. I know you thought we almost forgot, but here we are.
I wanted you to forget. I wanted us to not even get here.
There's
challenge your wrestling fandom, at least your auditory fandom. I need each of you to get a piece of paper or something to write on, something to write with. Number it 1 through 15. 1 through 15. You can do your phone. No,
I only got
Shazam.
5 last time, guys. Just to let you know.
Dora, you're gonna do better this time. 15. I can't say you can't look at the chat. I can't say that, but the chat may not be always right. Just
Courtney, help me, Courtney, please.
Now, I will also say that 1 through 10, I think are relatively. If you're now, these are all WWE, AEW. There's one that maybe that wasn't an AEW or WWE theme, and then there's one that was never signed to either company, but has appeared multiple appearances. But the rest of them have been signed. You'll know them. I'm confident 1 through 10 should be good.
I'm nervous.
Here we go. 1 through 15. And then the winner will be crowned our Theme Song Turmoil #1 contender to go up against Angel Marie, our champion, for the title. So here we go. It's everybody against each other. No one's on a team here. And and Dora does not know. She does not know.
I don't know any. Yeah, I don't know any of these guys. I'm so serious.
Well, no, I mean, you don't know the list, so I haven't sent you the list. So I haven't told you. There's no one is spoiled. So I have 20 seconds, a 20-second clip of each song. I may have muted parts where they say their name, or in one case they spell their name. So it's just a clip, usually the front, and it's either going to be a WWE, AEW, or it could be an independent wrestler. Any questions? Oh, and I won't say the answers till we're all done, and we're going to tally up who we have. If you want a replay, wait until the end, and I'll go back and replay. Okay. Here we go. All right, number 1 is... It's time to rock and roll. This time I'm in control. Hold on. Number 1 is... All right, did it play?
Okay.
All right, hold on a second. All right, I'm going to play number 2 for a second. All right, what is going on? All right, we might be let me try this again here. All right, you guys can't hear anything?
I heard.
Yeah, we can hear it.
We heard it.
Oh, it's on my end then. It must be on mine. All right, I'm gonna start over. This is number 1. Seems like everybody's got that one. All right, number 2. All right, now number 3. I see some smiles there. All right. Number 4. Double I can see.
This is 4, right?
Yeah, this is number 4. I'll play it again. Number 5. Katie.
Yeah, confidence. This is probably it for me.
Oh, that's right. All right, here we go. Number 6.
Go grab the pop. You stole my idea.
All right, here we go. Number 6. I'll give you a hint. I'll play it one more time. It is better when Taz sings along. Ash might know it, huh? Okay.
No, I don't. I don't think I do.
All right.
I don't think I do.
All right, we'll go on to number 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you say it was a mix of WWE and AEW?
That some are WWE, some are AEW.
Okay.
All right.
Oh
Number 8.
no. Failing.
Like I said, there's a good mix. It's about a 50-50 mix of AEW, WWE. But all right. You ready for number 9? Or do you want me to replay 8?
I'm ready for 9.
9. Okay, here we go. Number 9. Okay.
I'm failing.
It's all good. I will accept her or her faction, but preferably her on that number 9. All right, number 10, a completely different wrestler. There are no repeats. This is a completely different wrestler than maybe a name you wrote down earlier. That was a rookie earlier. This is a former champion. All right. You want me to play it again or move on? Move on. All right. Number 11. It's all good. Number 11.
Oh.
3-year expressions are priceless. He's like, what?
Because it sounds familiar, and I was like, "Oh, I'm about to be mad. I'm gonna be mad. I know some of these I'm gonna be absolutely mad at myself about."
All right, number 12. Oh. Yeah. See, now I'm thinking I should have dug a little bit in the past more, but yeah, that one. Okay. Number 13.
This is 13, you said?
Yeah, that was 13.
Okay.
All right. I feel bad.
I how ridiculous he's killing
right,
me.
I feel bad for this, but here we go. Number 14.
When in doubt, dance it out.
Very kawaii. All right, and now number 15. All right. Any replays? You guys want me to replay anything?
I have a lot of blanks. I'm gonna let you know.
Listen, I got so many scratch marks. Like, no, that is
play 4.
Play 4 again?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not who I thought it was.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody did bad. Nobody here did super bad. I know that much.
I only got 4.
Okay. All right. Did you have fun? Did you have fun playing? It gave you that thing. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. Now, so you can add them up. Give yourself a point for each one you got correct. Number 1 is KB. What was number 1?
Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus, absolutely. Trish Stratus, number 1. Number 2, Ash, do you know what that one was?
Toni Storm.
Is that what you got, Ree?
That is what I got.
Yep. All right. Toni Storm, the rookie Toni Storm. She's such a good rookie. Yes, absolutely. Ree, number 3.
The best theme song in history, Lita.
Lita, very good. Excellent. All right. I'm gonna Ash, you seem like out of everybody, you might know number 4.
I don't think I do, because for the longest I thought it was Soruka, but now I don't think it's Soruka.
Ree?
I had Soruka.
KB?
Blank.
Blank is the answer. No. That is Penelope Ford. Super bad.
It's like a surfer, like the riff in the beginning, kind of like a surfer vibe to it. Yeah.
Okay.
KB, are you feeling the glow for number 5?
Absolutely.
Who is number 5?
Naomi.
Naomi. Very good. Number 6, the Native Beast.
I had that.
Did you write it down?
The word beast. I was like,
yep.
Nyla Rose.
Nyla Rose, number 6. Ash, what did you have for number 7?
I had Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane, Ree.
Okay, I had Xylee and I put Kairi Sane.
KB.
With you doing that, I know who that is. I just can't think of her name.
Well, it's Kairi Sane. So
Kairi Sane. Somebody else. I had somebody. I had the one. Kairi Sane. The one I had. Not there no more. But
I was like, no, that's pirate music. That's definitely pirate music. This is the last time.
Number 8 is the scariest AEW Ring of Honor wrestler. Anybody?
I had Rosemary.
Abaddon.
Oh, it's Abaddon.
Okay.
Dang it.
Abaddon. Abaddon's number 8.
You said she made an appearance in WWE. I was like, Rosemary.
All right. Number 9, part of the OTC.
Jada Parker.
Jada Parker.
Okay.
Number 9 was Jada Parker. Number 10, legendary AEW champion, former AEW champion. Number 10 is Toni Storm.
Toni Storm,
okay,
but
I was open when I wrote it.
I put the rookie, and then I was like, okay, so this is Toni Storm.
I was like, you know what, Toni Storm again.
Yep. But this is timeless Toni Storm.
That's what it was. I was like, what was her everything timeless?
All right, now these I understand if they gave you trouble. Well, maybe not number 12, but number 11, new NXT wrestler. Anyone from Chile?
Stephanie Vacquier.
Stephanie Vacquier.
Okay.
Is number 11.
Zoe Stark.
And
now Zoe's theme is hard. Like, look that up.
Yeah.
Look that up.
All right, Ree, you want to tell us about number 12?
Mickey James.
Mickey James, number 12. Mickey James. KB, any guesses on number 13? Ash?
Hater.
Julia.
No. Julia.
Dang. I was like, I just heard this last night.
Yeah. All right.
I was like, it's Julia or Jamie, but it doesn't matter to me. I was like, it doesn't matter.
All right, number 14 has never been actually signed by AEW or WWE, but is a mainstay in GCW, but has made frequent appearances in AEW. Anyone want to guess?
Vicky Snort.
Maki Ito.
Oh,
okay. Maki Ito. And this last one was meant to be a big stumper. This is actually her TNA theme, but she's a former WWE superstar pioneer in the women's division. Anybody know who this is?
I said Mercedes Martinez.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. The ninth wonder of the world.
Oh, wow.
China.
Oh.
This was her TNA theme. Hell on Heels. So add them up and your points.
I got 5.
That's 7.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 right.
10 correct, ladies and gentlemen.
How many did Angel get? That was so good, Ash. Oh my gosh.
Angel got 12 on a completely different set. So we need to set up, so Ash, you can go to
my motion graphic.
We're going to have Ash versus Angel.
Yeah.
She's got ready. Yeah, we got to get the, choose your fighter. We got to get the weigh in. We got to get all that.
So good. You
All right, KB and Ree, you guys got to hold up like our beverage sponsors or something.
Yeah.
Like, our sponsors, But yeah, very cool. Very cool. Congratulations, Ash, and you have a chance to challenge our Theme Song Turmoil champion at Bash at the Beach or something. We'll come up with some crazy thing. But Lip Gloss and Ladders, this has been such an awesome time. I wish we had another hour to hang out with y'all. Thank you so much for donating your time. And there's so many things we could talk about with wrestling, but thank you all so much. And of course, go check out Lip Gloss and Ladders on YouTube, Instagram, Lip Gloss Ladders on X, all kinds of cool stuff. And just want to give a final word from each one of you. Genius Ree, any final thoughts?
Tell your handles also. Where we can find y'all, please.
All right, you can find me at Genius Read on Instagram. Is it on this side? I always mess this up on our show too. Is it on this side?
Yes.
You can find me at Genius Read on Instagram.
Very good.
It's so great to be. Thank you so much, guys, for having us. It was so fun.
We got to have you back now. You're family now. It's official. You are Mission Pro family. And when Mission Pro returns, of course, you guys got to come to our event.
Texas, please come to Texas.
Please come to Texas. KB, your socials, any final thoughts?
No final thoughts, but I had a good time. I enjoyed myself.
We'd love to have you back.
Just let me know. My handle is Meticulous Key, and the one snoring in the background is Biggie Smalls the Yorkie.
Biggie Smalls. And our number one contender for Theme Song Turmoil, Ash Benny. For you need to put your socials, but cut a promo on Angel Marie. Tell her she's losing that title. Let's hear it. Come on now. Ash Benny, your thoughts on Angel Marie? Is she going to lose her championship? What's going on?
Listen, I love Angel. Excellent opponent. I'm excited to get in the ring with her, but she's going down.
It's going down. I love that. You don't bury your opponent. You build them up, but then you tell them they're going down. for Lip Gloss and Ladders, for Dora, for everybody. I am Mind Runner, but as Thunder Rosa calls me, Mid Runner sometimes. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys,
wait, sorry, hold on. Oh, didn't mean to cut you off, but don't forget to follow Gabby as well. She was not able to make it at Hi Gabrielle with 2 eyes.
Hi Gabrielle with 2 eyes. Make sure you follow, and of course, go to the you'll get all their socials on their collective websites, the collective socials. Absolutely, and you want to make sure. So. Thank you all for joining us on behalf of Lip Gloss and Ladders, Dora, and Angel out there sweating that her championship is in jeopardy because Ash Benny's coming for it. Everybody, have a great night. Thank you, Mission Pro Fam, and we will see you next week with our chat with La Princesa. We'll talk to you guys then.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
I definitely had to sneak our tagline at the end.